Yo, yo, yo. Pinky, what'd you do, bro? What's up, brother? Good morning, everybody. Good day, whatever time it is for you. It's my morning right now, so I'm going to tell you good morning. Hope everybody's doing well. Happy Saturday, man. Hope your weekend's been nice so far. Psycho, what's up, buddy? Nothing? What? Nothing? Bro, what did you do? Well, I'm sure I'll figure it out eventually. Just at work, Psycho. Word, dude. How's work been, brother? We got the news, obviously. Video gaming news for today, August 12th. And then some more New Vegas, yeah? We'll play another day of New Vegas. Should be a good day, chill day. So, I don't know, man. That's the Jam-a-lam. That's what we got going on. I'm tired. Davey, what's up, buddy? Yo, 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 easy peasy. Nice, dude. That's what we like to, that's what we like to hear. Bro, what did you do, Peaky? Oh, no. I mean, everything looks okay on my end, so, I mean, look, dude. I'm not gonna... And you're getting raided already, too. Look at that.
_girl is raiding with 2 viewers.
Nice. What's up, Poison? Thanks for the raid, friendo. Are you playing some RE, or was it some NASCAR, or what, dude? Erica. What is Erica? Is that like a horror game? What's up, Poison? Thanks for the raid, friendo. It's good to see you. Happy Saturday. Oh, man. Welcome in, everybody from the raid. Good morning, good day, good evening. I don't know, whatever time it is for you, I guess. It's morning for me. Yeah, it's a horror game. Word. Is it good? Is it a good one? I'll have to look into it. I'm not familiar with it. It's really good? Oh, word. Okay. You play what platforms is it on? What are you playing it on? God dang, Psycho. Oh, Jesus, dude. Oh, man. I've never heard that one, dude. I've never heard that one, dude. Autobots, roll out. I think that's something different, dude. I think Autobots is Transformers, dude. And I mean, but I agree. F the Autobots, dude. I'm all about, like, Megatron and, you know, I'm not about the Autobots. Give me the Decepticons. So I agree. But... Starscream's dope. Yeah, dude. Yeah. For sure. Mom and Anna. Oh, cool. Yo, word. That's awesome, Wednesday. Nice. Cool, cool. Close enough, dude. It's coming. It'll be here before you know it. Yeah. That's great, man. That's awesome. Nice. Congrats. 4 years. That's awesome. Well, early congrats, I guess. Yeah, Starscream's dope. I like the Decepticons. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I'm a weirdo, I guess. All right, man. You guys ready? I think we got all of our greetings in. Thanks again for the raid, Poison. I appreciate it, friendo. Let's go ahead and jump into this video gaming news stuff. Let's see what we got going on today. Cool. Let's do this. Blammo. Let's kill this music. Let's kill the musical vibes for a bit while we do this news stuff. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, I'm always pushing for that other side of the story. You know, that's what I keep, you know, I think a lot of people think that I mean, I guess I am like halfway trolling, but I would also love it. You know, a lot of my talk about like the Zelda side of things is like give us a Ganondorf game, you know? A game where it's centered around playing as Ganondorf, hearing his side of the story, getting his view of what's going on, and understanding his side of what this entire predicament is. You know what I mean? What's his side of the story? You know? And that's what I mean. I keep kind of memeing out and trolling out about that, but I would love that. It'll never happen. It'll never happen, you know? But I find that kind of stuff interesting. That's one of the reasons that I know that, like, the most recent Joker movie has been I found it to be incredibly good myself. I loved it. I thought it was great. And one of the reasons I thought it was great was because it took a look at how our current society could end up making somebody into a villain like that, right? The issues in our society. That's why a lot of people didn't like it. It showed the flaws in society, how we're letting people down. And it basically showed how it could turn somebody into a Joker-esque persona, right? And I thought it was fantastic. A lot of people didn't like it because of that, but I thought it was great, and I think it's cool to see the backstory of a lot of these characters and stuff. What turned them into, you know what I mean, who they are, and but you know, quite often what we get the hero side. So sometimes we get like the anti-hero stuff, right? Like we got Deadpool, stuff like that. But it's not all that often that we get the villain side of the story, right? And I think that that's always pretty interesting to see that side of things. Just because we're always riddled with the hero side, right? So I think it's neat, personally. Let's do this. Sorry. Rockstar buys the makers of GTA Online 5M. Of GTA Online 5M mod, it banned 8 years ago. Interesting. All right. Why so serious? If my hair was down, this would work pretty good. I got to start getting my outfit together for this Halloween. October is going to be here before we know it. Like I was just saying, I got to start getting my outfit together. Thanks, Psycho. Um, okay, well, we'll talk about this. I'm not gonna dye it. I'm not gonna dye it. I am gonna spray it. I'm gonna spray it green. I don't want my hair to be green forever, dude. You know what I mean? I just don't want my hair to be green for flipping ever. So I'm gonna get some of that like spray, and I'll do it green with the spray and everything. But I'm not gonna dye it green, dude. No way. No way. Hard pass. I'll make it green. It might not be the perfect shade of green, but I'll do my best. I'll get some color in there, but I'm not going to permanently dye it. South Park's getting a new co-op game. Let's go. The South Park games are actually pretty good. Most of the South Park games are pretty good, pretty funny, decent gameplay. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 is coming to PS4 and Xbox One. It looks to be official. So they hadn't announced that yet, but apparently we do now know that it will. We'll take a look at it. Dude, I need a lot of that this morning. I need a liter of coffee. Pinky, can I get a liter of coffee? That always reminds me of Farva from Super Troopers. A liter of cola. He starts going full Karen inside that restaurant. Jesus. I haven't watched that in a long time. I should watch that, dude. You had 3 Red Bulls and 2 Monsters? Jesus, Doug. Isn't that dangerous? I mean, I guess if you're like accustomed to that amount of energy drink, then maybe not. But aren't there people that have like had their hearts stop off of that much energy drink stuff? Been 13 hours. Okay. Yeah, I guess it's usually when they're slamming them in a short amount of time, huh? Yeah, you're probably fine. Yeah. Be careful though, dude. Those energy drinks are rough on the body, Doug. We got this stuff up. What is a tiger, bro? Like a tiger uppercut? Tiger uppercut. What's a tiger? I don't think I've even ever heard of a tiger. It's just an energy drink brand. That's what I kind of figured. I just never heard of it. Okay. I'm not all that. I don't do the energy drink thing, man. I'm just a big coffee fiend, so that's all I do. I just do coffee and tea. Ooh, Stalker 2 could release on December 1st. Let's take a peek at that. You know, Stalker 2 had to get delayed for quite a while because the developers are out of Ukraine. They've had a really rough time with finishing the development of this game after the invasion. And apparently it's getting very close for them now for the release. And we'll take a look at this. Yeah. I get that, Psycho. Yeah, I get that. I understand that, man. I would assume you have to eat really well in between these, though, right? In order to like pack in more calories and nutrients and stuff for the energy drinks to feed off of, probably, right? Excuse me. That would just be my assumption. Again, I'm not an energy drink consumer, so I don't really know, but I used to drink them every once in a while. Nah, yeah, healthy eating. Yeah, Pinky says no. Dude, kicks in a while. Well, I would assume that because I don't know. It would seem like because what it is, it like gives you jolts of energy, right? It's like your energy stores would. It seems like your energy stores would get depleted because it's really making you work hard, right? Making your body get amped up and work hard. It would seem like if you were going to be doing a bunch of energy drinks in a like days period of time or whatever, you would need to eat well also to have them keep having the same effect. That's just my initial impression of the way that would work. Too, though. Or else the effects would kind of taper off with each next iteration of drinking one. Not that they still wouldn't have an effect, but not maybe as potent as like the first one. Like the second one might not be as nice as the first, or third not as quite as good as the second. Definitely not as good as the first. That's just the way it would seem to me. But I way back in the day, I drank a few energy drinks because I was working crazy shifts and so. But dude, it's been a long time, and it's been years. Just for the taste. Did that not pop off? Balls didn't pop off. Vault, what's up, buddy? Oh, it did? I didn't even hear it, man. I was just talking too much. Sorry. I didn't even hear it. I'm too loud this morning. Yeah, okay. My bad. Thanks, Vault. I didn't even hear it, dude. Jesus. Oh my god. Ah. 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 Psycho's on one today, dude. Be careful, guys. What's up, Vault? How you doing, buddy? Sorry, I wasn't even looking at OBS and I didn't even hear it. I don't have my headset on right now either, though. I've got a tiny headache this morning, so I'm rocking without it for now. Hoping my headache will subside. Yeah, we knew this was coming. If you guys didn't know, I mean, it's still quite a ways away. We don't have even a window right now, I don't think, for a release date or anything. But The Last Ronin is a Ninja Turtles game being developed based off of a text or like a manga comic, where only one Ninja Turtle is left. And it's pretty interesting. It's a dark take. It's a dark take on the Ninja Turtles universe. It's not something that you would normally see out of Ninja Turtles. And I'm really, really interested in this. So I haven't read the text or the comic manga that it's being based off of. I am familiar with it now. And I know the core of what all this is going to be stemming from and what it's about. No, it's not Raphael. No, it's not. Nope. Actually. That's what makes it even more tragic. So, the last Ronin is actually Mikey. So, Splinter and Leo and Donnie and Raph, yeah, I know, have all perished, right? And I mean, look, the manga, the mangas are it's been out and everything, so it's not like you can't go ahead and find out what this is about. There's a wiki about what the last Ronin is for TMNT and all that stuff. But basically, turtle soup. Yeah, dude. But basically, that's what makes it even more tragic. So this entire story is based around the premise of Mikey is the last one alive, and he's no longer the Mikey personality wise that we all know through all the other forms of the turtle stuff. You know what I mean? The upbeat, kind of wild, but laid back, chill kind of bro, you know? Um, it's really changed his psyche. He's become very dark. He has taken everything very, very hard, and to the point of where he has taken up all of his brother's weapons as well, and become very proficient with them, along with his nunchakus, right? And he's just like out seeking vengeance and stuff. It's supposed to be a very, very, very mature, very dark take on the turtles, and I'm really, really interested in it, man. I hope they do a great job with it. It's being developed by THQ Nordic. I'm not going to dive into this. This is just TLDR. We already knew about this. We've covered this a number of times. But if you didn't know, that is what's coming. But it's going to be a while. This was just announced over the past like few months that they're starting development on it. So we probably won't see this for the next couple of years, I would say. It's early development from what we understand. So I wouldn't expect it anytime soon, anyways. But the comic is out there if you want to get spun up on what this entire take on the Turtles, The Last Ronin. It's out there. You can go check it out. It's gaining a lot of traction because of this in the gaming world. No such thing. Games that achieve perfection. What it means to be a 10 out of 10 game. I've never played one. Pinky. Oh, bro, I'm sorry. Look, dude, in my opinion, you all know how I feel about this, but honestly, I think this is why games need to be rated on a scale of 100 and not 10. When games get rated on a scale of 10, people are too quick to throw 10s at it instead of rating on a decimal system too, like a 9.5 or a 9.7. Because look, dude, I've never played a perfect game. I've never played a game, and I'm not even talking about maybe some small bugs and glitches and things that we all understand are going to be in a game on release. But whether it be, maybe some any aspect of the gameplay, the development, whatever that could have been a little bit better, a little bit nicer quality of life, right? More of a focus on you know intuitive gameplay for the gamer, or quality of life. Quality of life is overlooked constantly, and there are some fantastic games out there, but I've never played a game ever that I was like, it's perfect. There's nothing that could have been done better. And I think it's asinine for games to just. And what's crazy is that achieving a perfect score of 10 out of 10 is a rare feat. No, it doesn't seem like it. It seems like people rate games at a perfect score all the time. All the time. And it's like, that's also, I think, why for me, it just doesn't make sense. It would be different if it was a rare thing for games to get rated at a 10 out of 10 by people, but it's not. It happens all the flipping time, dude. People be just handing out 10s constantly, and it's like, man, it's I just I don't understand. I like that too. I think that's a good scale right there. That's usually basically what I do as well, Vault. That's usually what I do as well. Whether it be like whenever I end up giving my full review of a game after playing it, or when we talk about games that are coming out, if we talk about games that are coming out and it's a developer that I trust, then I'll be like, I don't see any reason why, if you're hyped about the game, you shouldn't go ahead and pre-order or buy into it on release. If there are games that I'm sketched out about for one reason or another, it's maybe wait, see what the ratings are. There'll be games like whenever I played Exoprimal recently, and even before it released, I was telling everybody you should probably just try to play it on Game Pass, because I was too sketched out about, even though I like Capcom, I was too sketched out about the monetization in the game before I even played it. And then especially after I played it, I was telling everybody, I was like, I don't pay for this game. It's too shallow. It's too shallow of a game, too much monetization. They want people paying a AAA price tag. If you want to try it out, play it on a subscription service. That's it. So I kind of try to do the same thing, but having a definitive kind of buy, rent, wait, never touch scale, that's a good way to handle it. I agree. Yeah, I think that's fantastic, man. Yeah, Vault. No doubt. But this crap, they want to act like it's rare. It's not. Tens get handed out like candy, dude. And to me, it's ridiculous. Ooh, wee, dude. Baldur's Gate 3 is already in Metacritic's top 25 Hall of Fame, baby. It's got a 97 now. Holy crap, dude. I mean, I'm not really surprised, but dude. Internet? What the crap? Who's using up all my bandwidth? Hacker men's and hacker ladies'? Look at that crap, dude. Only 20 critic reviews right now? What? Look at all these hundos, dude. Look, I mean, this is to be expected in a game like this too, though. Look, tens. Tens. Pinky, 0. Really? Oh, look at, oh, bro. Yo, tell me you're transphobic without telling me you're transphobic. Okay? What this individual right here says is, and let me just point out this username here, just some spice. Only reason why this game is so overhyped by media is because you can make a trans character in this game. Absolutely pathetic. Game itself is meh at best. Pinky. Yo, how disgusting, dude. How disgusting. I mean, this is like, you know, we talk about stuff a lot where people will find any, and I mean, there are just a lot of toxic people in the world. They'll find any possible thing that they do. They'll come up just pulling stuff out of their butts, dude. That's what this is. This is somebody that's just got a lot of hate in their heart, dude, and they find anything they can to push hate out in any form or fashion, dude. In a game that you know this game doesn't deserve a 0. This is a review bomb right here, and they're just trying to. Obviously, this is a transphobic individual, which is terrible and unfortunate. You know, yeah, without the game is basically barely playable. Yeah, dude. Yeah. So I mean, this individual can get wrecked. This is why quite often when I talk about looking at reviews, when I look at reviews, I'm normally not ever going to read any of the tens, any of the 100s, any of the zeros. I take out the top and the bottom of all the reviews because a lot of times what you'll have is blind on both sides, right? Blind on both sides. It'll be hate-filled blindness, and then you'll get like dev love blindness and stuff like that. But to be fair, this is one of those those games where you almost have to read into the perfect scores and everything too. This is a game that we haven't really seen anything like this come along. This is not your normal title that you're going to be looking into reviews for. So 83 negative reviews. Check this noise out. The combat is boring and slow. It's a CRPG. What did you think you were playing? Like Devil May Cry? You know what I mean? God of War? This is a CRPG, man. You can't read it in my 360p settings. If I can't play as a femboy, I don't want to play the game. That's right, Vault. That's right. Let's go. Look, man. I mean, I think personally, I don't understand why there are so many people that just have an issue letting other people live their best life, you know? And RPGs are about letting you dive into an experience outside of your own. You want to role play, right? And sometimes people want to role play a character that's closely aligned with who they might be in real life. Sometimes you want something totally outside the spectrum of who you are. And so I think for developers, the best thing they can do is give people as many options as possible. That way people can do whatever they want. And so for people to throw a fit, this is where you really start seeing people like shine through with their real kind of discriminatory and prejudice, feelings and stuff like that, right? When really, I mean, what do you care? It doesn't have any effect on you, right? It's a role playing game. It's the developers giving people options to be who they want to be. They're also giving you options to be who you want to be. And you don't have to be a trans character. So why are you throwing a fit about it? You know what I'm saying? That doesn't make any sense. I just don't understand that way of thinking. It's very closed-minded. It's very ignorant. And okay, brother, that's not gonna affect me. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Let's go. Let's do it. I don't care. So, Psycho, that's actually hilarious, dude. I mean, honestly though, it's like why do people have such an they want to make everybody else's business, who everybody else is, their business, and act like it's something that they should be involved in when it's just, let people live their lives, dude. Let people live their best lives. It doesn't affect you personally. And what the crap do you care, Supremacy. Oh Jesus, dude. So I just don't understand it, dude. I don't. And I mean, again, like I've said this before. I mean, coming from a straight individual, I I've been married to an amazing woman for a long time now. I've always been attracted to women, but I think that it has to do with, in part, just being empathetic, being able to put yourself in other people's shoes. I wouldn't want anybody telling me that I was wrong for being attracted to women naturally. So why would I tell anybody else that they're wrong for being attracted to anybody else in the world naturally, or for feeling like maybe they were born into the wrong gender or anything like that? Who am I to tell you? Just because I don't feel that way doesn't mean, I have the right to tell you that you're wrong for feeling that way. You know what I mean? That doesn't make sense. Obviously, these issues go deeper and deeper, and there's more to flesh out on some of these issues and things like that. But ultimately, I think that people are just needing to let people live their best lives, dude, and quit being so worried about being up in other people's business and everything, man. Dude, walks are awesome. Walks are awesome. Yeah, no doubt. But 4 out of 10 to balance out the hype. Dude, give me a break. So you can already tell that like just the beginning of this review tells you that this individual has an issue with the amount of hype that this game had generated in the first place, right? And so they felt like it was they needed to give it a low review. And basically, it doesn't matter what they say down here at all. And they might have some good points also, but you can just tell automatically that their review is going to be skewed because of this comment right out the gate, right? Which is terrible, man. And you guys know me, man. I am not one for the hype train in the gaming industry. I think it's a terrible thing most of the time. I think it has led to us getting duped way more often than not. It's led to us being cheated and schemazzed, dude, on way too many titles. And I'm not a big fan of it. So many games nowadays, AAA side of gaming, massive budgets, dude, massive budgets where just as much of that money, like half of it, 50%, is going into the marketing side as the development side. And then the games come out and they're hot pieces of garbage. And it's like, why are you spending so much on the marketing side of this game whenever you obviously didn't put enough into the development side of it, you know? That's what I just constantly think when I see these terrible games come out. So I'm that's why it was refreshing for me to see a game like Hi-Fi Rush. It was shadow dropped on us. We had no idea that was coming. They didn't market that game almost at all. They just dropped it on us. $30 price point, AAA dev, Tango. Amazing game. Definitely a runner for game of the year. You know, I don't think it'll beat out something like Tears of the Kingdom or Baldur's Gate 3, but it should be nominated for sure. So, you know, I'm not a big proponent of the hype train quite often, but Larian did a good job here. And Baldur's Gate 3, there was no way it wasn't going to be hyped. This game has been in early access for 3 years, you know? And let's be fair, okay? If this game sucked for 3 years in early access, nobody would have bought it on full release, okay? If this game sucked in early access for 3 years, it wouldn't have generated the hype it has, and it wouldn't have sold like it has on full release. So this doesn't make sense. They didn't need, I don't even know how much they actually put into the marketing side of things. It's a decent amount, I'm sure. But really, they let the community do a lot of spreading the word about it. Yeah, I know. And that's one of the things I was going to talk about too, Pinky. Not only were they active in that capacity, but that right there was a big part of why the game became so good, right? Because they listened to the community. They took that feedback that they were constantly looking for and digging for, and they used it to help develop the game to be even better for the community surrounding it, right? And that's something where a lot of games that do become very good, you'll see that happen, right? You get devs that really listen to the community and the gamers and stuff like that, right? Yeah, word of mouth, dude. Word of mouth, Vault, for real. Yeah, I mean, and it happened because the game's good and because the developers did exactly what Pinky was just talking about, right? Yeah, that itself was marketing. Yeah, they didn't probably need to spend near as much as a lot of these other AAA devs do because the game spoke for itself. The developers did a bang-up job in being actively engaged with the community, continuing to improve the game in an early access period, and the game spoke for itself, man. Psycho. So this doesn't make sense, dude. You know what I mean? This individual wants to act like the game was hyped up by $400 million marketing budget or something and nothing else. That's not the case. You know, I haven't even played this game yet, and I guarantee you it's going to be an amazing experience. I already know from many people that it is. Um, and, you know, people want to bump it up against Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. Look, man, you're trying to compare classic old CRPGs to a modern take. It's hard to do that. You're not going to be able to make everybody happy. Dude, Baldur's Gate is an iconic franchise, right? I mean, you say CRPG, most people automatically think Baldur's Gate, Icewind Dale. You know what I mean? Baldur's Gate is like the first game that comes up in your mind, but they're older. I mean, they've got some age on them, and so you have to understand in this capacity that a studio taking on a game like Baldur's Gate, a series like Baldur's Gate, and bringing it back into the fold as a modern title, it's going to be different in a lot of aspects. It's going to be a different game. This is just I can't help but, I mean, we're going to get off of this now, but I can't help but think that, you know, if you were to just take a look at all of these negative reviews, it's just going to be people throwing out shade because they're a bunch of Karens. You know what I mean? Or they're just toxic individuals, you know? Yeah. Yeah. Instapot a sleeper for reals? Yeah. Yeah. Fallout 4, yeah. It's not considered like a bad title by any means. It's just not amazing, right? It didn't meet the expectations, I think was the problem. It didn't meet the hype, right? It didn't meet the hype. It's not bad by any means. It just didn't, I think, fulfill what was generated before release, which is quite, you know, that's why a lot of us get sketched out nowadays. I don't disagree. Sick. Now, here's the thing, dude. It's hard, right? Now, and I will say this: AAA developers, absolutely. AAA developers, absolutely. And I think that indie developers should do their best to strive to implement a lot of what Larian does. Larian's a big studio, Doug. We're talking like they had a lot of people working on this game for a very long time. And it's paying off for them because they did a great job on it. And rightfully so. And I mean, not only, you know, from like we talked about with all the feedback, listening to the community, implementing things, the early access period for that entire early access period, which was almost 3 years, you know, all the way to dropping the game with no microtransactions or anything like that in it, you know. Um, through and through, I think that they did a bang up job. You know, I haven't even played it yet. I don't really need to. I'm going to in November, but everything I know about it, man, is just this is going to be a game that lives on in infamy through gaming forever moving forward. It just will be. You know, um, why? Okay, I'm interested in why we need Divinity back, and I haven't played Divinity 2 yet. Divinity 1 was cool. I think the best part about that game was multiplayer. Um, but I think this is the evolution. I don't think that it's going to go back to something like Divinity. honestly. I think this is where we are moving forward. Now, we're not going to get another Baldur's Gate-esque game, dude, for a long time, I don't think, unless it's another developer. Like Timwin and I were talking about the other day, is this a catalyst that would make Obsidian actually seriously consider, diving into Pillars 3? I think it would take Avowed doing very well. But this does show that CRPGs are still a very viable option in the gaming genre today if they're done well. And I think that that's with any genre. The development just has to be done right. So often we get games that almost seem like they had a really good core behind them, but they just missed the mark. And I think a lot of it has to do with these developers just not taking enough time and careful preparation and development project planning and stuff like that, and incorporating community feedback and stuff is crucial, dude. And I think that's where Larian nailed it, dude, to be honest. But I don't know about the Divinity series. To me, the Divinity series didn't really, at least, look, I'll say this. I don't feel like Divinity matched up to Pillars. The area where it did excel was multiplayer. But that's about it. It was good, but if you want a CRPG, and let's take Baldur's Gate 3 out of the picture for a second, modern-esque CRPGs. Oh, Pathfinder. Pathfinder, dude, is one of those games, and I haven't played those yet. Pathfinder is one of those games that has a D&D-like system, right? But from what I understand, dude, you're either going to like Pathfinder's system, you're going to like those games, or you're going to hate them. Most of the people I've talked to there's not a middle ground for those games. It's not like you're like, oh yeah, it was decent. People are either like, yeah, it was dope, or people are like, it sucked. Now, here's the thing. First time Divinity. Well, here's the thing. I think that, and we talked about this before, right, Pinky? This is my take on that entire thing. I think both of those games have their pros and cons. And I think where you're going to get people divided between which one they like more is I think Pillars of Eternity is a deeper game. I think it's a more fleshed out game. I think it gives you more. And for people that want a bit of, and not that Divinity's doesn't have deep aspects to it, it's not to the same extent that Pillars is. And Pillars can be daunting for somebody if they haven't had that kind of experience before. So Divinity could be a more, I don't know, I guess an easier kind of CRPG experience for certain people to work their way into rather than something like Pillars, right? That's kind of my take on it. But it could, I mean, I wouldn't doubt that either. Whichever one you played first would be the one you prefer more. I like both of them. So they're both good. I am more of a Pillars fan than I am a Divinity fan. And I don't know if maybe it's skewed because I played Pillars first, but they just seem like deeper games to me. Which is something that I want a real deep immersive experience out of like a CRPG, So Vault. Speaking of the Pathfinder stuff, though, so the developer behind Pathfinder is Owlcat, and Owlcat is currently making a Warhammer game. Did you know that? Rough on console. I will say this about Pillars: the pathing in Pillars for your characters is atrocious. It is so flippin' bad. Pillars 1 and Pillars 2. It was terrible. So flippin' bad. On PC, god dang, dude, it molded me out. It was so gross, dude. Oh, I'll show it to you. Just say it's called Rogue Trader. It's called Rogue Trader. And it's going to be a CRPG type game set in the Warhammer 40K universe. I'll pull it up. It's well into development at this point. I think it's supposed to be releasing later this year. Check this out. So you might try this, brother. If you guys aren't familiar, again, Owlcat is developing this and publishing this. Owlcat is the same developer behind the Pathfinder games, right? But they're doing this, which is not Pathfinder. It'll be... And actually, our buddy Tinwin, dude, has already gotten in on alpha play on this and has said it's been a really cool experience. I don't think he's a real big fan of the Pathfinder games, but has enjoyed this quite a bit. So take a look at these real quick.
Rogue traders, daring explorers who benefit from a unique style of freedom normally unheard of in the Imperium, with means to decide the fate of entire regions of space. Little can stop them.
I'm really interested in playing this too.
Domination and power. And they do not venture alone. Their crew contains some of the galaxy's most unique denizens. Unsanctioned psychers, strange Xenos, servants of the Inquisition, and even space marines of the Adeptus Astartes. Ulfa is a lone space wolf survivor whose pack was defeated by the murderous Drukari. All of them are ready to follow you on the battlefield, where their unique skills can be the deciding factor between victory and defeat. But the rogue traders' true might lies in their personal void ship and the resource-rich worlds under their control. This is what makes them such dominant figures.
Is it loud enough? It looks like it is, but let me know if you guys need me to adjust the volume.
The enemies of humanity are numerous, and they will not relinquish an opportunity to strike. And
so,
most of all, a ghastly peril lurks. An insidious corruption.
I hear that like every time you see a game like this. XCOM. It's always, well, and I mean, rightfully so. XCOM. Look, dude, I've still got the original XCOM boxes. I've got XCOM from Microprose, XCOM, and XCOM Terror from the Deep. I have the boxes, dude, from those games from way back in the day. I love XCOM, and the difference being, this is going to be more of your story-based CRPG experience, as opposed to XCOM, which is like your squad-based, tactical, turn-based combat simulator, right? So it's a different experience. It is. There are going to be a few similarities, maybe in like the turn-based, top-down combat aspect of it, right? So we'll watch this one too real quick.
The Coronis Expanse, the Imperium's perilous frontier.
But that's what this is all about. Story,
It is the hunting ground
companions,
unique and powerful servants of the Imperium.
all of that kind of stuff. It's not like you've got a base station, you recruit new troops. It's not that XCOM type of thing. This is that CRPG story-rich experience.
Warp-spawned horrors.
At least that's what it's supposed to be. We could hit up Tinwin, and he'll be able to tell us a little bit more about so far what he thinks about that part of it and everything. But
In these dark reaches, the Emperor's light is faint. It is the rogue.
and I'll link this for you too, man, so you can take a look at it.
This dangerous unknown, for they have the power to feed the Emperor's flame, or to plunge
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even like a big Warhammer 40k guy or anything, but it's really interesting to me. And Owlcat knows what they're doing with these types of games, right? So that's, I think, something that bodes well for it. As you can see, atmospheric, fantasy, adventure, cinematic. Adventure, indie RPG, strategy. Decisions matter. During quests, show your subjects mercy or disdain. Stay faithful to the God Emperor or consort with enemies of mankind. Your every decision and every act, even in character creation, is changing the in-game open world and those who inhabit it. Rogue traders never travel alone. Gather your retinue of righteous heroes, twisted psychers, and perfidious Xenos. All of them are ready to follow you into the darkness between the stars. They will offer you counsel, aid you in battle, allow you to amass even more power. In return, you can guide them through their own personal journeys, changing their destinies forever. Plan your actions carefully. This is combat. So it is going to be more of that, like I was talking about, that story-rich, choices matter kind of experience. That's the link for it right there if anybody needs it, okay? But if you've been thinking about diving into the Pathfinder games and maybe the, futuristic sci-fi universe is more appealing than maybe the medieval thing, then Rogue Trader might be something worth looking into. All right. We got distracted there for a bit. Sorry, guys. It was good talk, though. It really was good talk. I think it's important that we really point out why Baldur's Gate 3 is doing well. And you guys know me, man. I'm going to throw shade at stuff that deserves to have shade thrown at it, If it deserves to be criticized, I'm going to criticize the crap out of it. But I'm also going to point out these developers that do a good job. If they deserve to have props for doing good things, because, dude, I feel like it's few and far between, right? For finding the developers nowadays, especially on the AAA side of things, that are doing good work for us. I truly feel like Larian is rightfully so deserved of getting our our respect right now. And people that are throwing shade are just out of their minds, in my opinion. It doesn't make sense. Oh, video footage of the PS5 Slim has leaked online. We knew this was going to be coming soon, man. I still can't get over what Rockstar did with RDR, dude. What a gross play. Yo, Pinky's gonna start playing Pokemon. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet teases tea-related Pokemon. If one of them's strawberry-based tea, dude, it's over. One of the best PS5 games now available on Xbox Series X. He's like, yep. Yeah, we talked about this yesterday. Overwatch 2 has overwhelmingly negative reviews on Steam. Look, I don't think that I don't think it was the smartest move. Most of the things they did with Overwatch 2, I don't think have had an overwhelmingly positive impact on the game and the player base. I think most long-term players of Overwatch have found it to be pretty gross. Yeah, pretty much, Vault. And I understand why they might have needed to change the underlying platform or system that the game was running on to give it longevity or something like that, you know, but they really didn't need to change the name. I mean, the game didn't really change much, you know. Yeah, it's basically nothing different. They've added some new characters now, but they could have done that anyways. They got a maybe like better lighting in some of the arenas. They changed like what is it? It went from what like 6v6 to 5v5 or something. Didn't something like that go down? Yeah, I mean it's basically nothing different. It really, honestly. The biggest changes were that they wanted to say, we're making Overwatch 2. So they could change it to a free-to-play game style where they could overcharge people for everything else. Battle passes and cosmetics and things like that, right? Because it's Blizzard. Yeah? Yeah. Yeah, Pinky. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, it went from 6v6 to 5v5. Yeah, just made it worse. Yeah, promise story mode, and then that just happened recently. They were like, yeah, we're not gonna do that. You know, yeah, I mean it's terrible. And I don't play Overwatch. I never have. But everybody I know and everybody in our community basically, overwhelmingly consensus for me that I have talked to has been that the game has gotten considerably worse as it changed over to Overwatch 2. We talked about it the other day, but it just, I think, is another prime example of Blizzard being Blizzard, you know? They're a gross company, dude. They have been for a long time. Oh. We've already talked about this. PS Plus drops 7 bonus freebies. Who doesn't love freebies? All right, let's look at our other search. But here's the hope Microsoft can turn them back into something decent. You know what I mean? We'll see. Hopefully. New Avatar: The Last Airbender video game release date possibly revealed? What? Nice. Looks like Modern Warfare 3's beta is going to come to PlayStation first, probably because it's on contract. PlayStation's been on contract with Activision Blizzard for a while. It's probably why this is going to happen still. And because the acquisition of Activision Blizzard hasn't fully happened yet by Microsoft, it's going to happen very soon, but it's still not done. And this game releases in November, so they probably just got to push ahead with the way the contract's already set up and everything. But we'll pull it up real quick. Got that up already. Jesus. Yo, it's so unfortunate that EA is the company making both the Black Panther and the Iron Man games. I mean, at least we have Wolverine coming from Insomniac, you know. But I mean, if anybody out there is a fan of either one of those, Black Panther or Iron Man, I would just try to not get too hyped. EA is EA. Occasionally they'll pump out something decent, but it's just because their umbrella's so big. They're pretty disgusting. So that feels bad. We've got that up. Uh, a surprise update for Baldur's Gate 3? What? 3 hours ago? Okay, let's take a look at that. Let's see what that is. Last page, then we'll get into these articles. I know we're running a little bit slow today, sorry. We've already got that up. Developer behind Metroid Dread's got 2 games in development right now that are unannounced. Probably Metroid Dread 2. We've kind of heard rumors of that, but this is just nothing definitive, so I'm not going to dive into it. Man, WrestleQuest, it's such a tough thing now. It releases in 10 days now, or it's supposed to. Hopefully they get everything fixed. Again, I applaud them for delaying the game as it was supposed to release. They last minute delayed the game for about 2 weeks, as apparently on a platform or two it had some pretty bad issues with corrupting save files they found last minute, and they didn't want to release it like that. So I applaud them. They needed to delay it, and they did delay it, and that's great. More developers need to and publishers need to take that approach, and it's unfortunate because now the game's going to release like 2 days before Blasphemous 2, and I was planning on playing Blasphemous 2 on release as well because Blasphemous 1 was a banger, and I want to play the second one. So we'll see how it goes. All right, let's get in here. These will be our articles for the day, okay? Video footage of new PlayStation 5 Slim model leaks online. Alleged video footage of the new PS5 Slim model leaked online following today's earlier leaked image. The footage, which was uploaded via Twitter by Twitter user, at BWE Dev, shows the new PS5 model and its detachable disk drive. We knew it was going to have that, which Insider Gaming reported in late 2022. Although the video footage of the console is currently unverified, it matches up with our original reporting back in September of 2022. Insider Gaming reported that the new PS5 will feature a detachable disk drive, which we believe can see at the bottom of the console. Which we believe we can see at the bottom of the console. Sorry, at the 2-second marker in the video. Note the very distinct line of separation. Back then, we also reported the PS5 revision will not be a PS5 Slim. Instead, it's a means of streamlining the manufacturing process and reducing shipping costs. Recently, court documents that surfaced during the Microsoft versus FTC trial seem to refer to a PlayStation Slim being released later in this year. There was also a very tasty sell on existing PS5 hardware, with some surmising that it's an effort to get rid of old stock to make way for the new units. Let's see this, dude. Wait. That's the flippin' optical drive? What is this video quality, dog? What? And this is a Slim? What? Hold up, dude. Jesus Christ, how big is the original PS5, dude? God dang. I guess, I don't know. The original one's massive, is it? I mean, this guy is just like single-handedly like twisting this thing around, so it might not be too bad. Yeah. It's a refrigerator. But they're saying at the 2-second mark. Oh, wait. Let me see something. When the light shined on it right. God dang it, dude. Come back here. That's definitely not it. I mean, so this would be the disk drive, right? But does it look detachable? From where he's turning that over at. Yeah, that's yeah. I guess it does kind of look like that pops off there, huh? What I was looking at was like, yeah, okay, so that does look like it's separated right here, huh? So it does look like this disk drive could potentially just pop off of this thing. And we've been hearing for a long time it's going to have a detachable disk drive. So what it looks like is like where this line is all the way to this, like this entire right side right here is basically going to be the optical drive, right? That's what it looks like. You can see the slot right here. What'd you call me? Right, and it's even got the break in the casing once he turns it over, which it has the break on the other side too, but that might just be for making it look similar on both sides, right? Plate doesn't look right though, unless they're going smooth. Plates are textured. Oh, I don't know. Who knows, dude? But it does look like it could pop off of there. We'll see. We'll see soon enough. But yeah, I just see what you're talking about. That's for the stand and everything, right? Yeah. But this would be, if this is detachable, that's where it would pop off at. Because that's the optical drive right there. Okay. Interesting. We'll see. Well, we know it's coming. Okay, cool. Thanks, Walt. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet teases T-related Pokemon. Reveal on August 22nd. Yo, by the way, 10 days from now, August 22nd, actually. Well, for us, it'll be the 23rd, I think. Opening night live is happening for Gamescom, and we're going to be watching that here. It'll be a Wednesday, but I'll actually be streaming that Wednesday because I'll be taking that Monday off instead for some life stuff. So Monday, the 21st, I will be off, but I'll be streaming on Wednesday, the 23rd. So normally we're off on Wednesdays. I'm adjusting my schedule because I have to have that Monday off, and I'll be here on Wednesday, that Wednesday. So the 23rd, I'll be here, and we'll be watching Opening Night Live, which will be popping off for us apparently on the 23rd at like 1 p.m., I think. We'll verify as we get closer. But if that is in fact the case, then we'll just game all day, do the news, game all day, and then we'll end the stream with watching Opening Night Live for Gamescom. Okay? Pokemon Scarlet and Violet could be introducing a new Pokemon related to tea in the near future. This week at the Pokemon World's Championship, the Pokemon Company treated attending media and influencers to a traditional tea ceremony and gave comicbook.com another traditional Japanese tea set in a box with the date August 22nd on it. While the Pokemon Company had no comment on what would be revealed on that date, the popular theory is that the game would reveal either a new Synestia evolution rooted in the tradition of Japanese tea or perhaps a new Poltergeist form. Previous leak about the upcoming Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLC, the Till Mask, indicated there would be two convergent Pokemon in the DLC. So many fans believe that the reveal could be tied to a Pokemon that resembles Synestia, in its evolved form of Poltergeist. But it isn't technically related to those Pokemon. Similarly to how Toadschool and Widget look similar to, but aren't related to Tentacool and Diglett. The Tilmask DLC does seem to tie heavily into traditional Japanese themes, with the new DLC taking place in the Kitakami region. Players will experience a festival in the DLC and encounter a mystery that ties into the mysterious legendary Pokemon Ogerpon and the new Pokemon Okidagi, Monkidori, and Pheasantipiti. All right, dude. While the storyline of the Tilmask is unclear, we do know that Ogerpon and the other Pokemon are heavily inspired by the Momotaro folk story from Japan. The DLC will also feature Diplin, a new evolution of Applin that resembles a candied apple. Dude, they're reaching, dude. Can we just talk for a moment about the struggle that Pokemon's going through to create original Pokemon? It's rough, dude. They got like motorcycle Pokemon now, and like teapot Pokemon, like candied apple Pokemon. It's like, dog, the struggle is real. That they are running out of ideas for making Pokemon, dude. It's just, they can't, there's no originality anymore, dude. It's like, this Pokemon is based off of the letter D. You know what I mean? It's like, it's getting really bleak, dude, on the Pokemon front. But there you go. If you need more out of this, bro, here you go. God dang, dude. Oh, Jesus. One of the best PS5 games is now available on Xbox Series X. We are talking about, it's going to cost you $30. And we're talking about, excuse me, sorry. It's only 5 hours long. But one of the best games of 2022. Stray. It's Stray. Yeah, we knew this was happening. But, when is this hitting? Yeah, we played Stray not too long ago on the stream. It's a banger. It'll hit you in the feels. All right. When did it say? August 10th? Yep. Yep. It's now available. Yep. August 10th. So Stray on Xbox. Go play this game. This is a game that isn't something that's necessarily up my alley as far as games I would normally look to play, but I remember just constantly seeing this through the development process as, you know, we were getting closer to the release and going, man, this looks dope. And I was in the middle of our Witcher 3 playthrough whenever it released, so I didn't want to break the Witcher 3 gameplay, so I didn't play it on release, and it just blew up, and I was like, oh, good, dude. It's good. So we actually finally went back and played it not too long ago, and I was not disappointed. I think I put more time into it than 5 hours. I think I put a little over 10 hours, but that's because I don't rush my games and stuff. I want to experience everything, and it's a very pretty game. It's got a great atmosphere. It's got a lot of kiddie parkour that you can play around with and stuff, and secrets to find if you want to look for them and stuff like that. It's a banger though. It's a very, very cool game. Very cool game. Kiddie parkour. PlayStation Plus drops 7 bonus freebies available now. So PS Plus subscribers can currently get their hands on a slew of bonus freebies right now for a range of games. Yeah, so we already knew that like the big releases this month were PGA Tour, 2K23, Dreams, and Death's Door, right? But PS Plus extra subscribers can get Moving Out 2, Destiny 2, The Witch Queen, Lost Judgment, Destroy All Humans 2, Reprobed, 2 Point Hospital Jumbo Edition, Source of Madness, Curse to Golf, Dreams, PJ Mask, Heroes of the Night, Hotel Transylvania Scary Tale Adventures, Lawn Mowing Simulator, Landmark Edition, Spellforce, 3 Reforced, and Midnight Fight Express. All right. And if you're living the PS Premium life, you can grab Medieval Resurrection, Ape Escape on the Loose, and Pursuit Forced Extreme Justice. All right. We've covered those previously as well, but, I usually try to make sure people are aware of what you can get on these subscription services, if you're thinking about buying in. So I tend to cover them quite often. New Avatar The Last Airbender. Video game release date possibly revealed. Despite the lack of an announcement, updated online store pages potentially reveal the release date of the upcoming Avatar The Last Airbender game, dude. Nice. Updated pages on various online shops have just revealed the release date of the next Avatar The Last Airbender game. It isn't necessarily a good time to be a fan of the 2000s Nickelodeon cartoon. While the original series is still classic, many are already critical of the Avatar The Last Airbender live-action show, currently in the works at Netflix. On the other hand, there may be some hope on the horizon for those that want more of Aang and his friends. Last month, a new game based on the original series was revealed to be in the works with developer Bamtang Games, titled Avatar The Last Airbender Quest for Balance. Yeah, Vault. I think a lot of people are in that same boat, dude. A good show. A new good show. The game looks to be a mix of action and puzzles and will feature both single-player and co-op modes. At the time of its reveal, there was no set release date, leaving gamers guessing. This seems to have changed, however. Recently, the Nintendo eShop, PS Store, and Microsoft Store all updated their pages for the upcoming Avatar The Last Airbender game to include a release date of September 22nd of this year. The change was originally noted and reported by gaming journalists regarding Nintendo's storefront, but it has since been confirmed that Microsoft and Sony have also listed the same launch date. While neither Bamtang nor publisher Game Mill have issued any official statement at this time, the fact that all three companies are suddenly applying the same release date to Quest for Balance would seem to indicate that this information is reliable. We talking about stuff? That's right. Because that's what we do in the mornings. We be talking about video gaming stuff. The news of the upcoming title launch. Cool. I mean, we're not currently talking about that kind of stuff, but more power to you. You know what I mean? The news of the upcoming title launching so soon should be a welcome development for gamers, and especially for those hoping to recapture the old magic of the series. Some have argued that Quest for Balance should become a stepping stone for a new game franchise. Now, fans won't have to wait long to find out if these hopes come to fruition. Past games based on Avatar The Last Airbender haven't always been great, but this new one looks like it could potentially break that streak and remind everyone why the show was such a hit. Oh, probably because we were, so yeah, just saying, I'll tell you, Poison. Not everything is positive in the Avatar fandom at the moment. Between concerns about the live action show and reports that the upcoming Avatar The Last Airbender is replacing some original voice actors, there's plenty of reason for pessimism, yeah. Still, with the Quest for Balance on the horizon and looking solid, fans have a reason to look forward to September, hopefully. So Avatar The Last Airbender Quest for Balance is rumored. Pretty good rumor. Still, grain of salt there. To release on September 22nd of this year for PC, PS4, PS5, Switch, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X and S. Yeah, we just had a conversation because basically we were looking at reviews on Metacritic for Baldur's Gate 3, and somebody reviewed bombed it simply because of the fact that Larian, which is the developer behind the game, allows people to make transgender characters. And so I basically just, I talk about this stuff occasionally. I just went into a discussion about, it's ridiculous that people have such an issue letting people just live their best lives. People want to make things of that nature their business when it really isn't any of their business. You know, it's not harming them. It's not. My stance on it is, and I mean, as a straight individual that has been, in a relationship, I've been married to a woman for a long time. Not that that necessarily means that somebody couldn't, swing both ways or, be a closet or whatever. But I mean, dude, I've just been attracted to women for my entire life. And the fact of the matter is, I would never want anybody telling me that the way that I naturally feel about, people that I'm attracted to is wrong, which is why I would never say that to somebody else. Same thing goes for, I've always felt comfortable in my skin with my gender and stuff like that. But, I couldn't imagine what it would be like for anybody to have to live in a body that, is a gender that they don't assimilate with, that they don't identify with. You know what I mean? And so people are just not, quite often understanding and empathetic of those kinds of concepts that people deal with, and it's just asinine that people want to make it an issue instead of just letting people live their best life. You know what I mean? That's all it was. I was basically ripping on somebody that we found a review because they were a transphobe. And so I just brought it up and was like, this person's an idiot, they're ignorant, and they're a transphobe. Yeah. Random mode time, let's go. So that's why you saw that stuff in chat. Yeah. Oh, dude, so close. So close. Yeah, right on. Yeah, I mean, look, to each their own, dude. Again, I don't think shouldn't really matter. I mean, I think the most important thing that anybody should really be worrying about is, it shouldn't have anything to do with that kind of stuff. Are people good people? That's what you should really worry about. And I think that, when it comes to having understanding of other people and empathy and stuff like that, can you put yourself in other people's shoes even if you don't deal with the same kind of stuff? Can you put yourself in their shoes? And I think that's where empathy comes from. Do you have a pretty solid moral compass? I think that's where really where people should have an aim, as far as that's really all that should matter. You got a pretty solid moral compass. Are you able to be empathetic about people's issues, the things they deal with? Do you want to try and be a better person day in and day out, and help people live a better life if you possibly can, and just be an understanding human being, and love other people for who they are? That's all that should really matter. People want to hate on each other for the most asinine things, and life's too short for that kind of stuff, man. True, what's up, friendo? Pinky, dude. Angel Thump. Nice. Nice, Poison. Nice. Yeah. Man, I thought that I got the random mode there for a second. Yeah. Oh, I'm good. True. Yeah, I'm good. I'm a little bit tired, but we're rocking out, baby. We got the Buster Sword shirt. You know what I mean? Dude, we're just getting through the news. What's up with you this weekend? What's going on, True? Apparently Pinky did not do anything to mess up our 7 TV emotes, so don't worry about it. True. All right. Oh, going to the beach. Yeah, nice. Sick. Cool. Yo, you guys be safe getting out there. Yeah, I don't know. Apparently did absolutely nothing to mess it up at all. Ever. Especially recently. Did nothing. I can't. You won't tell me what happened. It literally started off the stream today, and Pinky's like, 7TV is fine. Like, no. What? What do you... I can't remember exactly what he said. What was it? What was it, Pinky? Here, I'll pull up your messages. What was it? Almost broke 7TV emotes. Kappa. Hopefully only almost. Kappa lol. Oh no. Kappa lol. Nothing. Everything is totally fine. 7TV works as it always has. That's it. That's it. I was like, all right, bro. It looks like it's working for me still, so I don't know. You know, I don't have any reason to worry, I guess. Like, it looks okay to me, so I'm not gonna worry about it. Yeah, I trust you, Pinky. As expected, it looks like Modern Warfare 3's beta will come to PlayStation first. Sony's long-standing marketing deal with the franchise is expected to end with this year's game. Yep. They still have a contract they're under, but it doesn't have a lot of time left on it. And things are definitely going to change once Microsoft takes hold of Activision Blizzard, right? We know that. As expected, this year's Call of Duty game, Modern Warfare 3, will have a public beta available first to PlayStation users. This will be the last time this happens, probably ever. That's according to an Arabic trailer which appeared on the PlayStation YouTube channel as translated and spotted by Charlie Intel. Prior to the announcement of Microsoft's intention to acquire Activision Blizzard, the company had already agreed to make another 3 Call of Duty games available on both PlayStation and Xbox consoles. This year's Call of Duty entry is the last title as part of Sony's long-standing marketing agreement, according to court documents. Following months of legal and regulatory challenges, Xbox announced last month that Microsoft and PlayStation had signed a binding agreement to keep Call of Duty on PlayStation following the acquisition of Activision Blizzard. While little is known about the terms of the agreement or how long it will last, it puts to bed one of the biggest hurdles in Microsoft's prolonged acquisition of the Call of Duty publisher. Yep. Okay. So the game is releasing on November 10th. We already know that. That means a beta is going to happen before that. The beta will have different phases. And the very first beta phase will only be available to PlayStation, which we've seen in the past, right? But this will be the last Call of Duty game that you'll see that happen on. Bet on that. Yeah, true. Yeah. Baldur's Gate 3 surprise free update available now. You have a good day, meow. Baldur's Gate 3 has only been out for a little over a week, but the impressively ambitious RPG is already being hailed as a new high watermark for video games. Absolutely. Hot on the heels of Hotfix 2, which dropped just a few days ago, Larian has now detailed a newly available Hotfix 3. Rightfully named. Baldur's Gate 3 is a massive game after all, and there are still improvements and tweaks to be made as the RPG continues to draw a massive audience. The latest update contains hundreds of fixes aimed at balancing gameplay, sorting a few glitches, improving multiplayer, and genuinely continuing to make the game even better than it already is. So, crashes and blockers. Fixed an issue with spell slots that would prevent you from leveling up while multiclassing. Fixed an edge case issue preventing you from initiating a long rest. Fixed a cross-save issue causing you to get stuck syncing indefinitely, which prevented saving and loading. Fixed a crash that would occur when selecting a summon without a hotbar while a deck in the hotbar was maximized. Multiplayer. Fixed the hireling UI from being split in half on each monitor in split screen. Fixed some visual artifacts appearing on split screen while using Vulcan, while not correctly recognizes and confronts Karlach when you speak to him with a Karlach avatar after another avatar has already spoken to him. What? Then a bunch of combat fixes, character creation fixes, audio, gameplay. There's a lot of stuff in here, guys. I'm not going to read it all, but I'll let you read it. If you need to see all the patch notes, they are in chat. All right. There's the link. Rockstar has purchased the makers of the GTA Online 5M mod it banned 8 years ago. CFX.RE, the maker of the 5M and Red M multiplayer mods, is now officially a part of Rockstar. In what may be a important of things to come in Grand Theft Auto 6, Rockstar has acquired CFX.RE, the maker of the 5M and Red M multiplayer customization mods for GTA 5 and RDR2. Yep, you can do that too. Yep. Or you can click the link. Or you can check Steam. Or you can go to Larian's website, I'm sure, and grab them too. Just trying to help where I can. Over the past few years, we've watched the excitement as Rockstar's creative community have found new ways to expand the possibilities of Grand Theft Auto 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2, particularly through the creation of dedicated roleplay servers. Rockstar said in a statement, as a way to further support those efforts, we recently expanded our policy on mods to officially include those made by the role-playing creative community. By partnering with the CFX.RE team, we will help them find new ways to support this incredible community and improve the services they provide to their developers and players. The 5M and Red M mods open the door to multiplayer experiences that go way beyond the normal limits of GTA Online and Red Dead Online. 5M, for instance, enables the use of custom cars, maps, weapons, and other content, and allows for dramatically increased player counts that's made the 5M mod an essential part of the GTA Online role-playing community. As we noted earlier this year, the mod had a peak of nearly 270,000 concurrent players in February of 2023, almost double the number of people playing unmodded GTA 5 on Steam. Yeah. If you don't know what GTA RP is, it's role-playing in GTA, right? The acquisition of CFX.RE represents a remarkable turnaround for Rockstar and Take-Two, which is Rockstar's parent company, which spent years battling the use of the 5M mod in GTA Online. In August 2015, Rockstar banned 3 of the people responsible for the mod from the Rockstar Social Club, saying the 5M is an unauthorized alternative multiplayer service that contains code designed to facilitate piracy. In November of that year, Take-Two reportedly sent private investigators to the home of one of the banned mod makers in order to pressure them into halting development of 5M entirely. But interest continued to grow. Money trucks kept rolling, and in November of last year, Take-Two changed GTA's online mod policy to make it essentially the same as that of the single-player game. Simply put, as long as a mod is non-commercial, doesn't violate IP rights, and doesn't mess with the official multiplayer or online services, it's okay to use. So the acquisition is a pretty big deal for RP fans, but what makes it especially interesting is what it signals for the future. The next Grand Theft Auto game is well into development, and this acquisition makes it clear Rockstar has even bigger ambitions for GTA multiplayer in the future. Wonder what they were purchased for. I wonder how much it was. South Park is getting a co-op game, bringing the characters into 3 dimensions. Question Games is developing a South Park co-op game which will bring the characters of the titular town into the 3rd dimension. Coming to PC, PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and Switch in 2024, Snow Day. South Park Snow Day will see up to 4 players wreak havoc during their time off school, while also trying to prevent the end of the world. Sounds about right. Excuse me. Clip below.
Whoa, kid! It's so beautiful! It's a snow day, the most magical of
Look,
days.
even if
in
you're not a
child's
fan of South Park specifically, you got to give it to Matt Stone and Trey Parker, the creators of South Park.
It's a snow day!
They don't have any cares to give. If anybody needs to be ripped on, they'll get it done. Which is awesome. They do not pull punches, dude.
It's a snow day, dude! No school, everybody! No school!
Alright, dude. Good old Cartman. Join Cartman, Stan, Kyle, and Kenny in 3-dimensional glory to celebrate the most magical day in any young sibling's life. Not sibling, young child's life. A snow day. Reads the press release. Grab up to 3 friends, battle your way through the snow-piled streets of South Park on a quest to save the world and enjoy a day without school. THQ Nordic teased the release of the new South Park game after the end of its digital showcase last year. The publisher stated that there were 26 unannounced titles that weren't revealed at that year's summer presentation. However, that number was then scribbled out. South Park Snow Day has a high bar to clear compared to the Stick of Truth and the Fractured Butthole. Obsidian Entertainment's game was lauded as one of the most faithful video game adaptations ever developed. Yeah, the Fractured Butthole was also a success in spite of its first week sales being slightly lower than the Stick of Truth. And it was nominated for the Best Role-Playing Game Award at the Game Awards 2017. Yeah, that's cool. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 is still coming to PS4 and Xbox One. So now we know this game is releasing on November 10th. We know that the initial beta rollout will be first played on PlayStation. And now we have official confirmation that it will also be released on PS4 and Xbox One. As we get further and further into the current console cycle, more studios are deciding to leave the Xbox One and PS4 behind. But Activision isn't ready to do that yet because Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 will be playable on the last-gen consoles. PlayStation posted a Modern Warfare 3 trailer on its YouTube channel titled Modern Warfare 3 is coming to PS5 and PS4 games. So that tells you that it will be coming to previous gen consoles. Basically what you need to know. Stalker 2 Heart of Chernobyl could release December 1st. Lot of delays here because of this developer is located out of, or was originally located out of Ukraine. And the Russian invasion has presented numerous difficulties, obstacles for them to continue working and getting this game finished, right? It was recently discovered that the Plyon storefront in Germany has listed Stalker 2 Heart of Chernobyl with a release date of December 1st. For a while, the placeholder or assumed release date had been the 31st of December, so it's not a far-flung suggestion. And reportedly, the storefront has leaked launch dates for titles in the past. Further to that, Stalker 2 Heart of Chernobyl will be playable at Gamescom, which runs from the 23rd to the 27th of August. We will be watching opening night live for Gamescom, all right? Which suggests it's in a strong place development-wise. It has been a beleaguered project of late, but we could be about to cross the finish line. Shadow of Chernobyl is the very long-awaited official follow-up to 2009's Call of Pripyat. It has been the longest time since new material was released in the Stalker franchise. Still a solid fan base ready and waiting to receive fresh content. What we've seen so far looks absolutely fantastic. Recent months, GSC Game World series' developer has been plagued by Russian hackers, uprooted by the war in Ukraine, has been forced to delay Stalker 2 over and over again. It's a highly anticipated project, but for a while it seemed as though it would never materialize. With the playable demo being present at Gamescom and the listing on the Plyon website being updated to read December 1st, it may not be all that long until we're once again heading into the exclusion zone to tackle mutants and anomalies. Nice. This is the last thing I have. I'm going to talk about it again because I think it's a good bundle. Humble bundle. If anybody has anything to add for the video gaming news segment, let me know in chat and I'll address it before we sum this up and move on into our video gaming playing video games. We're going to go play some Fallout New Vegas next, but if you have anything else that maybe I haven't covered recently that you'd like to talk about or discuss, or I might not be aware of or whatever, then let me know in chat. We'll discuss it. This is a pretty good bundle right here. Humble Bundle is doing Resident Evil Decades of Horror game bundle, and $35 gets you the latest acclaimed main entry in the series and the multiple Game of the Year award-winning Village, the HD remaster of the original Resident Evil, and acclaimed next-gen remakes of Resident Evil 2 and 3, but not the recent RE4 remake, okay? Classics like Resident Evil 4 from 2005 and 5, and more major entries with low system requirements, great for a wide range of PC hardware and laptops. Bonus deal, pick up a coupon for 25% off the Resident Evil Village Winter's expansion featuring brand new content and third-person mode. So $35 gets you all of these games, right? So you get Village, Biohazard, RE1, 2, and 3, the remakes, all that stuff, and then like all these other games and everything too. So not a bad buy here. If you've been thinking about trying to dive into the Resident Evil universe, this would be a nice entry point here if you're a PC gamer. So again, Humble Bundle's a nice organization too, because what they allow you to do is, so you can pay $3, you can get 3 of these games. You can pay $10, you can get 7 of them. $20 will get you 10 of these items. $35 gets you all 12 items, right? You can pay over this as well. Static 40, static 45, or you can put in any amount you want. Anything over just goes to charity and everything. You can adjust your donation to give more to charity. You can customize it to where Humble gets a certain amount, charity gets a certain amount, Capcom gets a certain amount. These are all Capcom games, right? So being the developer. And they've got specific charities that you can give to and stuff like that for purchasing these bundles. So it's a really cool place to buy games. They do great bundles all the time. And this is a pretty good one in my opinion. So if you've been thinking about diving into Resident Evil, these will be Steam keys. So PC gaming, if you buy these, you'll get Steam keys for all of this content to be playable through your Steam account. Pretty solid purchase here though. I'll link it for you. There you go. That's the jam. That's our news for today, August 12th, man. There we go. Let's get some tunes going. You guys rock. Appreciate you very much. We're going to move on. We're going to go play some Fallout New Vegas again today. If anybody has been able to come hang out with us this morning for the first time, or maybe you're getting to see this video as a VOD later on, we've got all of our previous video gaming news segments, all of our episodes of gameplay, playthroughs that we've done, funny, wild, crazy clips, highlights, all that stuff from everything that we do here while we're live, which is 6 days a week. We're live every day but Wednesday. We always start off roughly 6 a.m. CST. That would be 4 a.m. Pacific or 7 a.m. Eastern Time. And we always start off with video gaming news, discussing what's going on in the industry, anything, current topics just for video games, staying current. And then after that, we move on and go play games for the rest of the day. So always looking for more cool people that are interested in video games in general, and just being cool, good, understanding, welcoming, solid individuals to come be a part of what we do. So if you're enjoying the content, come hang out with us, man, whenever we go live. We're always looking for more cool people to be a part of what we do. Other than that, man, happy flipping Saturday. Hope everybody's weekend is going well. Stay healthy, stay safe, be kind, and we will catch everybody tomorrow for August 13th edition of Video Gaming News. All right?